Should I tell my GF I'm dying before I break up with her? I, 25, found out I have an illness that will kill me. It'll take over my body and there's no cure. All the doctors can really do is prescribe shit to make you comfortable. I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years now, and she's the absolute love of my life. Always loyal and there for me. I've been in and out of hospital many times over the course of our relationship. Mostly due to me racing dirt bikes, the most serious incident was a stab wound, and I remember how scared and screamy she got, even though I just needed stitches and got to go home the next day. This is not something where I can just go home the next day. I'm breaking up with her because she deserves to be happy with someone healthy who can give her the life she wants and children. I'm scared she'll want to stay if I tell her what's going on. Part of me wants to lie and say I cheated so she hates me and leaves. We have lots of mutual friends. She'll find out eventually it was a lie and connect the dots on why I did it. But thinking about her crying from that lie breaks my heart. I don't even know if this is the right sub to post it on. I just don't know what to do. Break up with her and tell her it's for her own good? Lie. Guess I also needed to vent because it just hit me this morning. I found out last week, but it just hit. I won't see 30. Edit. For people asking me what my diagnosis and prognosis is, it's pancreatic cancer. Something like 95% of people diagnosed with it die in about 3 years. I wasn't even paying attention for not putting that in the post at the beginning. That's my bad, but as you can tell, I'm a little overwhelmed these days. Reading these replies, there's no way I can reply to them all, so I will do my best to do it here. First off, thank you to those who said kind things. Second, I realize how dumb I was for wanting to lie to her. I made reservations at her favorite restaurant and I'll tell her afterwards. Part of me hopes she doesn't stay, but we'll see what she chooses. Relevant comments. OP's thoughts. I'm more scared of her staying rather than leaving. I stayed by my friend's side, even having to make the decision to unplug him. It's not a pretty sight watching someone you love to deteriorate. I'd prefer her to leave, but we'll see what happens after dinner. Do you regret your decision to stay by his side? I don't regret it, but I'm not like her. She's like my friend's mom. Cried every day and couldn't even visit him after the 3rd month. It sucks, but it's true. Some people can't handle hospitals, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you have someone to make medical decisions for you? I have a healthcare directive in place already. I don't want anyone to be burdened with those decisions. I know how stressful it can be. Proposing. I've thought about marrying her ever since I saw her. It's cliche and cheesy, but I immediately fell in love with her eyes. However, after getting this diagnosis, I don't want to marry her. I can't let her be a widow this young. I'm already on the hunt for a ring which she'll receive with a note and a gift from me after I'm done. I don't want to marry her anymore, but she'll know she's my one and only forever. Sorry for being cheesy or corny, but at this point, I do not care about any of that. I'm dying, lol. Went to the doctors for a checkup because I was losing weight despite my history of maintaining my weight. I work out 6 days a week, and while I'm not a pro athlete, I'm by no means out of shape. The doctor blamed it on stress from work, which is true, my job is stressful, and said I can follow up with a specialist if I want medication for the stress. Went on with my life best I could, but kept losing weight and everyone got worried. Went back to the doctors and they ordered blood work. Got the results, which obviously were not good, and got sent to a specialist. While everyone thought the stressful job was the true reason, I was getting tested and scanned at the hospital where they and I realized I have slight jaundice. They then asked what my crap was like, and I thought about it and told them. Apparently your poop tells you a lot more than just general health. Tests and scans showed I have a growth, blah blah blah. You're now caught up to where I was told I have cancer, and now we're here. Date 6 days later. I told my girlfriend I'm dying. Took her to dinner at our favorite date spot, had some amazing food and some drinks like always. The date continued like normal. We drove down to the beach and started walking till we got to our spot. She spoke first and said that she could tell there's something I wanted to say because I have that look on my face. She then made a joke about how it's too soon for us to get engaged, so if there's a ring in my pocket, it better say there. This made it so much harder. She thought there was a ring in my pocket when I'm about to tell her there never will be. Absolutely broke my heart. I told her she's right. There's something I want to say, and I told her everything. From how I found out to what the diagnosis means to the prognosis, I made sure to not sugarcoat it or leave anything out. She deserved to know everything. For the next hour, it was a mixture of asking me if I'm sure, and how could this be possible, and crying. She immediately said she's going to stay by me, and I don't need to worry about anything. I told her she needs to take a few days to think about it. I had already arranged for her best friend to be waiting in the other parking lot to take her to her house. I went home alone. Before anyone called me names for not driving her home, I didn't want her to be alone after finding out, but I also didn't want her to see my cry. If she saw me tonight, she'd get more scared. It would hit her that I'm terrified and she'd lose her shit. I got an update that she fell asleep because she cried so much. I sent an Uber Eats of her favorite dessert to her friend's house, so it'll be there when she wakes up. As soon as I'm done typing this, I'm meeting up with my 3 closest friends to hang out. I've known 2 of them for 20 years and the other one for 18. We're very close and shared too many TMI details. If anyone has suggestions on how to break the news of this to them, I'd greatly appreciate it. In the meantime, I'll be drinking for 2, me and this bastard Cancer. I'm in Canada, so I have free healthcare. I'm not worried about the cost of fighting this. I still haven't seen my girl as she's still at her friend's house. She'll text me to ask how I'm feeling and get mad when I say I'm fine or make a joke. A couple of things you need to know about my friends. 2 of them are in medical school and the other in law school. They're still idiots, though. I started off by asking one of them to make a cancer joke, ending it quickly with, "Too soon, man, too soon." And that's how my best friends found out I have cancer. Medical school friends started telling me about new drugs and treatments, while my law school buddy demanded to see my medical directives form, and that's also how they found out I've been an organ donor for years. Parents. Still don't know sister. Can't even pretend to have a clue on how to tell her I still see her as my baby sister, so it's tough, lol boss. Asked for a one-on-one this morning and told him my diagnosis. He said he'll help me abuse the company's benefits as much as I want. I told him all I really want is to show up to work like nothing's wrong and no one finds out until I pass out at work. He agreed. My daily is a 2022 R1 Blue Crotch Rocket for your non-motorcycle folks. I love that bike and have been asked if I'll stop riding due to this. Short answer is hell no. I've known I had something bad inside of me way before getting cancer. Life goes on and so will I. I'll do my absolute best to keep y'all updated if you'd like. Thanks, relevant comments about the stab wound he had in the first post. Motorcycle accidents happened on track or trails. Getting stabbed was a Tuesday night in the UK, lol. The ones he's told. So far, I've told 4 people and given them all the choice to walk away with the good memories we've had. 3 friends told me to F off and that I can't get rid of them. Waiting on my girl now, lol. Comment. I had this one patient where no one understood why she even came to the ER on a Friday evening, no less. She was like, "I've had this back pain for weeks. I wanted to get checked out, but I need to be out by Monday at noon because I have a nail appointment." We all thought she must be an idiot. She kind of was about this because nothing happens on a weekend in a hospital if it's not an emergency. Back pain for weeks is not the kind of thing you get a weekend scan for, and treating it, if it's severe enough to require hospitalization, isn't something you do in 2 days so you can make your nail appointment. Well, she had pancreatic cancer. It was a real coincidence her scan was before she discharged herself to get to her nail appointment on time. Pancreatic cancer is usually found when it is very late in the game, or through pure coincidence. I think about her a lot. She stayed with us until she went to hospice, and I still remember when she started doing her own nails instead of waiting to get out. Comment. This one hit close to home as the person who was on the other side more than once. I've lost multiple people to pancreatic cancer. I'm so glad people talked sense into him and he told her. So this is the end of the story. Tell me what you think about these stories in the comment section. Like and subscribe for more videos.